And picked him up from daycare yesterday, and I got the report. Legend was in timeout today. He was hitting. It's nothing too bad. I love my daycare provider. It's a black owned and operated. I love my daycare provider. And on the way driving home, I had to think to myself, what if she wasn't black? What if she was a trusted, certified daycare provider, but she was white? I had to really think about the society and where we are in America, and I had to think about the data, because I also work with data, and I look at the disproportionate rates, and I look at how many of black boys are being suspended, and I look at how many black children, especially black young girls, are being sent to special ed class, not because they have mental issues or not because they have development issues, but because they have behavioral issues. It's getting to a point where when a teacher feels as though they can't handle a child because of their behavior or whatever's background with culture differences or whatever, they send them to a class that gives them more attention, the special class. And my baby is special. He ain't that special. And so I had a transparent moment, and I let it go on Facebook, and it opened a time for dialogue. I had mothers who are mothers of brown baby boys say, I feel you, and nod in agreements. I had white mothers with brown baby boys and say, I didn't grow up like this, but my interracial child my mixed child is growing up like this, and he's been suspended when he was in 2nd grade. How do you suspend a child in 2nd grade? How do you suspend a child in pre-K? You can suspend a child in pre-K. It's actually in our Wacomico County Public Schools code of conduct. And so you look at the statistics, and so I was very transparent, and I told the world that I was scared, and I have fears. And those fears kind of went into a poem. And but took it from a different side. One of my poetic fathers is Langston Hughes, and he wrote one of my favorite poems called Crystal Stare, not Crystal Stare, Mother to Son. And when Legend was born, I read that poem to him. And I have a new version of that poem. It's still called Mother to Son, but it's my version. I knew the very moment, the moment when the feeling of cracking and eruption went through my body, I knew you were coming. I knew within every electric jolt that through my spine and bellow of thunder from my mouth, you were coming. Eyes filled with majestic lightning, bolts falling in every direction of chaotic beauty. At the moment the first battle was over and a new war had begun. Because you, son, were born. And I hated the world. I hated to bring you home to a life of uncertainty despite the authority provided by kings and queens before you. Dreams and hopes laid out before you. You are beautiful. And you are dangerous. You are the leader of the great nations. The lands within your imagination are your kingdom, and I am your guardian. No angel, no seeker of truth, just a mother who will give you the truth and spare no words given. My sins were forgiven the day God said, he's coming. And no, not Jesus, but in my mind, you are the Lamb. You are the creator of change, because without you, my voice had no meaning. Without you, my anger would have festered. It was you, son, who set me free. It was you, son, who set mama free. And so stand up. Don't take mediocrity as prophecy. Speak when ignored, and let your voice be heard. You broke my chains, you, son, and I'll be damned if these worlds captures you as it did me. It was you. I knew the very moment, the moment when the feeling of cracking and eruption went through my body. I knew you were coming. Thank you.
Awesome.